As I hauled the suitcases down from the loft on that muggy August evening, the sight of two sets of luggage, one unmistakably not my wife's, hit me like a London downpour, drenching me in a truth I'd never suspected. I stood in the cluttered hallway of our terraced house in Bristol, the humid air clinging to my skin after a long day at the office. I'm Oliver Grayson, a 38-year-old accountant with a penchant for tea and a quiet life, married to Eleanor, a 36-year-old florist with a laugh that once filled our home with warmth. We'd planned a weekend getaway to the Cotswolds to escape the late summer heat, and I'd gone up to fetch the suitcases. But as I dragged them down, something felt off. There were two sets, Eleanor's familiar floral-patterned case and a sleek black one I'd never seen, monogrammed with TH, not her initials, EG. My stomach twisted. Eleanor was downstairs humming as she packed snacks, oblivious to my discovery. I unzipped the black case, my hands trembling. Inside were men's clothes, tailored shirts, a posh watch, and a boarding pass for a flight to Edinburgh dated last month, under the name Thomas Hargreaves. My mind raced. She'd been visiting suppliers in Scotland, returning with stories of wildflowers and late nights. I confronted her right there, the case open between us like a wound. "Who's Thomas, Ellie?" I asked, my voice cracking. Her face drained of color. Her humming stopped. She sank onto the sofa, tears welling. "Oh, Ollie, I didn't want you to find out like this," she murmured. Thomas was a landscape architect she'd met at a floral trade show, a charming bloke with a Scottish lilt. Their business trips had turned into a secret romance, the black suitcase his, stashed in our loft during her last visit. She swore it was a mistake, that she still loved me, but the evidence and the hurt cut deep. I left that night, crashing at my mate Simon's flat in Clifton, my mind a storm of betrayal and confusion. Eleanor called incessantly, leaving voicemails begging for a chance to explain. I ignored them, focusing on work and the comfort of a strong cuppa. Our daughter, Lily, 10, stayed with her, and I missed her chatter terribly. A week later, I agreed to meet Eleanor at a quiet cafe near the harbor side, needing answers for Lily's sake. She confessed everything, the late-night calls, the stolen weekends, the guilt that gnawed at her. Thomas had ended it, realizing she'd never leave me, but the damage was done. I felt a rage I'd never known, tempered by the love we'd built over years. I told her I needed time, but I couldn't abandon our family. Emotional ending. Months later, on a crisp November evening, I stood with Lily and Eleanor on the suspension bridge, the Bristol skyline twinkling below us. The black suitcase was gone, donated to charity, its weight lifted from our lives. Eleanor's eyes held regret, but also a flicker of the warmth I'd once known. We'd started counseling, a fragile thread of trust beginning to mend. For Lily, for us. As the wind carried away the last of the summer leaves, I squeezed Lily's hand and met Eleanor's gaze, feeling a tear slip down my cheek. The luggage had betrayed her secret, but in its wake, we found a chance to rebuild, slowly, honestly, with hearts laid bare under the bridge's gentle sway.